Max Verstappen sets the record straight. Silly season drama intensifies as Yuki has his eyes set on the second Aston Martin seat, and Leclerc is ready to break the Monaco curse. Let's get straight into the latest F1 news. Max Verstappen has replied to Lando Norris's suggestion that he could be a contender for the F1 2024 championship. Verstappen argues that Red Bull's wealth of experience makes them incredibly difficult to surpass in the race for the World Championship. Verstappen has solidified his position as the leading force in the current era of Formula One, emerging victorious in 49 out of the last 73 races since his initial title-winning campaign in F1 2021. The 2021 season concluded with Verstappen dethroning Lewis Hamilton in a highly controversial race in Abu Dhabi, where he and the Red Bull team faced little trouble over the past 2 seasons. Nevertheless, McLaren's recent performance, highlighted by Norris's first-ever F1 triumph in Miami and a narrow finish behind Verstappen in Imola, only 0.725 seconds behind at the checkered flag, has given rise to renewed anticipation of a battle between multiple teams at the forefront of the competition. Despite currently trailing Verstappen by 60 points in the drivers' standings, Norris refuses to dismiss the possibility of challenging for the championship. He emphasizes that there is a long road ahead, and numerous unforeseen circumstances can occur with 2/3 of the F1 2024 season still remaining. During an interview with various media outlets, including PlanetF1.com in Monaco, Verstappen claimed that Red Bull's battle-hardened experience of leading the pack for many years makes them a formidable force in a title fight. When asked about his competitive edge over his rivals, Verstappen expressed his reluctance to comment, stating that it is a complex matter. Drawing from his Formula One experience, he highlighted that over time, one gains valuable expertise and becomes more adept at handling various situations. Additionally, being consistently at the forefront for several years, combined with the seamless operation of the team, can make a significant difference compared to teams trying to close the gap. Verstappen further remarked that despite recent instances of other teams catching up or surpassing them, Red Bull remains composed and focused on continuous improvement. He emphasized their commitment to optimization in all aspects, a philosophy that applies not just to racing, but also to life in general. Verstappen believes that their extensive experience from previous years makes them an exceptionally challenging team to defeat in a championship, as they make few mistakes. While acknowledging McLaren and Norris as formidable opponents, Verstappen conceded that they should aim high after proving their mettle in recent weeks. Nevertheless, Verstappen does not foresee altering his approach in the face of stiffer competition. He remains committed to focusing solely on their own progress, as external factors and rival teams are beyond their control. Charles Leclerc has acknowledged that the idea of achieving a podium finish anywhere other than the top position does not particularly excite him. His unfortunate streak of bad luck at Monaco has plagued him since his GP2, now F2 days. Despite being the most successful Monegasque driver in Formula One history, he has yet to secure a podium at this iconic race. From experiencing a double retirement in GP2 to enduring a DNS did not start after qualifying on pole position in 2021, Leclerc and his fans have been subjected to various hardships during his home event. This has led to the emergence of the term Monaco curse, which is associated with his struggles on social media. Although he has never finished higher than 4th place on the streets where he grew up, this has not diminished his optimism, especially considering his consistently competitive performances in Monaco in previous years. Consequently, he approaches the upcoming weekend with a strong sense of hope, believing that this might be the year he breaks the curse. Leclerc expressed his excitement, explaining that the Monaco week holds a special place for all drivers, but particularly himself, having grown up there. He eagerly anticipates the event and acknowledges the comprehensive preparations undertaken to achieve a desired outcome. He states that they have diligently worked towards improving their performance and aspires for a favorable outcome this weekend. When questioned about the significance of achieving his first home podium after 6 unsuccessful attempts, Leclerc responded by stating it would not hold much meaning for him if he were to secure 2nd or 3rd place. Instead, his target is victory. Recognizing the close competition seen in recent races between Red Bull, McLaren, and Ferrari, Leclerc emphasizes the importance of securing a strong starting position through successful qualifying. He believes that claiming pole position would greatly enhance their chances of achieving their ultimate goal, a race win. Leclerc acknowledges the unique nature of Monaco, where each race poses new challenges. Despite recent trends, he anticipates possible surprises during the weekend. Reflecting on the 2021 race, he recalls how the team was not competitive leading up to Monaco, but suddenly their car performed exceptionally well on the demanding circuit. Therefore, he looks forward to evaluating their performance after Friday's practice sessions, expressing confidence that Ferrari will be in contention for at least pole position. If you are enjoying the video, please like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily F1 content. Carlos Sainz emphasized that he will take the necessary time to decide on his future, even though the possibility of moving to Mercedes for the F1 2025 season seems less likely. Sainz currently does not have a seat for F1 2025 since Lewis Hamilton, a 7-time world champion, announced earlier this year that he will be joining Ferrari on a multi-year contract beginning next season. Is Mercedes closing the door on Carlos Sainz for F1 2025? There have been rumors linking the Spaniard to a move with Mercedes, potentially swapping seats with Hamilton. Red Bull and Audi, who will take control of the current Sauber team in F1 2026, are also believed to have offered Sainz a 3-year contract. On Wednesday night, PlanetF1.com revealed that Sainz is currently not in the running for a Mercedes seat, at least for now, as negotiations between the two parties have stalled. While Sainz was eager to reach a quick agreement with Mercedes, it seems the team has chosen to keep an eye on Max Verstappen's situation at Red Bull. Mercedes hopes to sign the reigning 3-time world champion as Hamilton's successor. Important information regarding the F1 2025 driver market. Despite having a contract until 2028 and a strong start to the F1 2024 season with 5 wins in 7 races, Verstappen's future at Red Bull is uncertain due to off-track troubles within the team. Mercedes team principal Toto Wolff has openly expressed his desire to sign the 26-year-old. When asked if joining Mercedes is now out of the question before the Monaco Grand Prix, Sainz responded to the media, including PlanetF1.com, saying, "I cannot confirm. I'm sorry." Sainz, who will be turning 30 in September, emphasized that he doesn't have any specific deadlines in mind for making a decision. He understands the critical nature of this stage in his career and wants to ensure he makes the right move. He stated, "In the driver market, everything is interconnected. Formula One is a circular system. I haven't made up my mind yet, and I don't know where I'll be racing next year. I haven't set any deadlines either. I acknowledge that it's an important decision at this point in my career. When I have multiple options available, I want to carefully consider and choose the right one. Turning 30 this year adds significance to the next project I embark upon. I want to ensure its success and see how it goes. I will allow myself as much time as I need." In response to concerns that opportunities may slip away if he delays his decision, Sainz assured, "I'm privy to more information behind the scenes. While there are rumors and speculations, rest assured, I won't let anything slip through my fingers. I will put all my efforts behind making the right decision. Once I have made up my mind, things will progress swiftly. I aim to bring together all the components I believe are necessary for my next adventure." Yuki Tsunoda expressed once again his satisfaction with being part of the Red Bull team, but he acknowledged that Aston Martin might be a potential option for him in the future. Tsunoda has strong ties to Honda, the power unit manufacturer. However, Honda will be parting ways with Red Bull in 2026, which has led to speculation about Tsunoda potentially joining Aston Martin. While Tsunoda's current contract with Red Bull expires at the end of the season, he has openly expressed his desire to compete alongside Max Verstappen for a more prominent Red Bull seat next year. He has had a strong start to the season, outperforming Daniel Ricciardo in qualifying 6-3 and races 5-3 across both sprint and Grand Prix formats. However, unfortunate incidents in China resulted in both drivers retiring from the race. Although Tsunoda is still aiming for a Red Bull seat next season, he recognizes the possibility of needing to explore other options in the future. He mentioned Aston Martin as a potential alternative, but both seats are currently occupied by Fernando Alonso and Lance Stroll. When asked about his future, Tsunoda stated, "Yeah, so far I'm really satisfied with the V-carb. We have been competing for positions like P7 or P8, so other options, and all the top teams are pretty much filled now. At least, we are currently the strongest team in the midfield. Let's see what happens." Obviously, being in Red Bull, your ultimate goal is always to aim for Red Bull. But if they don't want me or don't consider me for a seat, and if I receive an intriguing offer that could be better than V-carb or Red Bull, then yeah, I'll definitely consider it, Tsunoda added. He also emphasized his loyalty towards Red Bull and Honda, as he wouldn't be where he is without them. Referring to Honda, he mentioned the possibility of Aston Martin, but pointed out that both drivers' seats are filled. Tsunoda concluded, "So yeah, options are pretty open, but for now I'm happy with VCarb." In the current Drivers' Championship standings, Tsunoda holds the 10th position with 15 points, placing him one position ahead of Aston Martin driver Lance Stroll at this early stage. Fernando Alonso expresses his complete confidence in Aston Martin and its owner, Lawrence Stroll, to rectify issues at a faster pace compared to other Formula One teams. Initially, Aston Martin enjoyed a strong start to the 2023 season, securing 6 podiums for Alonso within the first 8 races. However, over the past year, Mercedes, Ferrari, and particularly McLaren have made significant progress, making it challenging for Aston Martin to keep up in the development race. As a result, they have slipped down to 5th place in the current rankings. While their on-track performance is faltering, the team owned by Stroll is still in a transitional phase at their new headquarters in Silverstone, which includes the pending installation of a new wind tunnel. Alonso's faith in the team's ability to match and surpass their competitors' development rates stems from the investments made to align with Stroll's ambitious plans. Aston Martin has even expressed interest in acquiring the expertise of Red Bull's Adrian Newey. When questioned about whether Aston Martin is now equipped to avoid being outpaced in F1's development race, Alonso responded, "The sport is a complex one. Take McLaren, for instance. Last year until Austria, which was the 7th race, they struggled to perform well. Despite having a fantastic team, great individuals, excellent facilities, and a strong brand, they failed to make it past Q1. Sometimes you stumble upon something that breathes life into the car, prompting you to make numerous changes. We have experienced the same situation. Last year, up until the middle of the season, we were the team everyone looked up to and tried to imitate. And yet, within a short span, we swiftly regressed by 2 or 3 steps. Now, our focus needs to be on ourselves, on making a comeback. Unlike other teams, we have a remarkable leader in Lawrence. He isn't just the owner of the team, but also an extraordinarily competitive individual. I believe that thanks to him, we will be able to resolve our issues more rapidly than other teams." Aston Martin introduced upgrades to their car during the Imola event. Although initial reports indicate that the new components are functioning as intended, they have not necessarily made the car easier to handle or drive. Both Alonso and Lance Stroll encountered difficulties with the AMR-24's handling, as exemplified by Alonso's uncharacteristic crash during FP3. Due to starting from the pit lane, Imola became more of a testing session for Alonso. Nevertheless, he found it beneficial for identifying and addressing the car's weaknesses. When you are not competing for a top 5 or top 7 finish or anything similar, sometimes you shift your focus to finding the right setup or treating the weekend as a testing opportunity. In such cases, I would rather work on solving the car's problems, sacrifice that particular weekend, and start anew in the next race, he explained. That's what somewhat transpired in Imola, during FP3, qualifying, and the race. On one hand, it's advantageous because it allows us to expedite the resolution of our problems. Williams has emerged as an unexpected contender to secure Carlos Sainz for the upcoming year, according to information obtained by Motorsport.com. The Formula One team is currently engaged in discussions with the Spanish driver as he strives to finalize his race seat for the following season. Sainz has been the center of intense speculation recently regarding his future, with an offer on the table for a long-term agreement with Sauber. This contract would extend into Sauber's transition to become the Audi Works team in 2026. In order to focus on establishing crucial foundations for the long term, the German manufacturer is eager for a prompt decision and requires its lineup to be settled. However, Sainz has been cautious in making a choice, considering potential opportunities that might arise at Red Bull and Mercedes. Nonetheless, these prospects appear to be diminishing, as Red Bull is likely to retain Sergio Perez on a 1-year contract, and Mercedes seems inclined to promote Andrea Kimi Antonelli from F2. Nevertheless, it has been revealed by Motorsport.com that Sainz is currently in discussions with Williams, evaluating what the team can offer as they outline their ambitious goals for the future. Williams already has Alex Albon under contract, and team principal James Vowles is pushing for infrastructure changes in order to propel the team further up the grid. One appealing factor, which could highly interest Sainz, is Williams' customer engine deal with Mercedes for 2026. Speculation suggests that the German manufacturer has displayed early promise with its new power unit design. Speaking at the Imola Grand Prix last weekend, Valls expressed the team's dedication to maximizing its progress in the coming years, even at the expense of its current performance not being outstanding. "We are already working on the 2025 car to ensure that we are well prepared for 2026 and 2027, Valls stated. "My primary objective is future success. It's not that I disregard the years before 2026, but I want us to excel in the long run. To achieve that, I must make some tough decisions to transform the organization." Although many have assumed that Sainz would be compelled to accept the Audi opportunity due to the unpromising situations with Mercedes and Red Bull, he hinted during his time in Monaco that the reality might be different from popular belief. "I have more information behind the scenes," he revealed. "Despite the rumors and everything, don't worry, I won't let anything slip. I will consider all the options and make the right decision. Once I open my mind, everything will happen rapidly. It's about finding the right combination for my next contract." Thanks for watching the video, everyone. Now watch this video next on the latest F1 news.